Hi, back again. I just want to talk today about tips. So there is a lot of information going around at the moment how to look after your mental health during the lockdown, from whilst working at home, whilst working at home with kids, all different types of variations of the same thing. Now, it is really important that you are aware that this can have an effect on your mental well-being, and it's great that there's lots of tips and advice out there for people on how to do that, but it can also seem really overwhelming, and it's actually okay to feel a bit overwhelmed by this information. It can feel a bit like pressure, like I must look after my mental well-being. Oh, this is what all these guidance are saying. I must do exercise every day. I must have a routine. I must eat well. Whatever the other tips are. And actually, I just want to say there is no right or wrong here. There is no what you should be doing. The most important thing is that you get through it. And you might need to get through it however you can. Some people might be able to get through all of this and have looked after their mental health and haven't found it too difficult. For other people, they might have got through it and their mental health might have suffered. Both of those are okay. It is okay to not be okay during this. It is okay to struggle. It is okay to sometimes not look after yourself. Obviously, it's better if you can, but sometimes I find it really stressful when I can't look after myself. So I know that I am maybe, when I don't go for a walk, or I am just sitting watching the TV, or I can't get out of bed, and I start beating myself up. I start saying like, oh, well, you're doing this to yourself. You're not helping yourself. You're making yourself worse. And those thoughts are really unhelpful too, but it can be quite difficult to stop them. So try and find things that work for you. And if you have a bad day and if you can't look after yourself, that's fine. If you need to sit and eat chocolate all day one day, you know what, that's also fine. Obviously the more you can do to look after yourself, the easier it will be. Try and check in on like other people as well. If they're struggling, maybe they need a helping hand in looking after themselves, just a bit of encouragement, but don't put pressure. I am going to talk a little bit about some of those tips that are out there in the coming days. I'm going to try some of them. I'm going to see how I get on. Probably not well, and I'm going to talk about how I feel, the feelings of guilt and worry that come with that. And I'm going to talk about things that maybe do work well, but they might not work for you. I really want to stress that they might not work for you. I'm like no expert in coping with all of this. I'm just talking about how I'm dealing with it all. It might help, but mostly I just want to show you that it's okay to struggle. It's okay to feel really crap. It's okay to not be doing all the things you're supposed to be doing. Like I said, I'm going to start trying some of these tips, and check in again over the next couple of days, and I will talk through how I get on with trying to do some exercise or doing some mindfulness or etc., or getting into routine, and how it's not been going so well so far, but I'm still laughing, so that's a good sign. So I hope that some of these things might be helpful, and mostly that, well done for just keep going. Well done for getting through another day.